Hi, this is Eric from SceneStealers.com, and I'm sitting here with Seth Rogen from Observe and Report. It's really cool to have you on the show.
Thanks, man.
For shorthand's sake, a lot of people I think are going to refer to this as the Mall Cop movie, but I saw it last night, and that's the last thing that I would call it. How would you prepare people for this kind of Mall Cop movie?
I would say it's kind of, when me and Jody talked about making the movie, we kind of talked about making like a comedic Martin Scorsese movie. You know, we talked about Taxi Driver a lot and King of Comedy a lot, and these movies about kind of these dark, disturbed guys who kind of see the world as a place that they need to fix, you know? And it's a real like 70s theme in movies. There are a lot of movies like that, and but they were all handled so seriously. And we thought, you know, a comedic take on that could be a really exciting movie to try to make, and that's what I would say it is.
Quiere hablar conmigo, pero no lo entiendo, no sé en inglés.
See, this guy did it.
Well, what'd he say?
I don't know, I don't speak Spanish.
So do you think that Ronnie is like Travis Bickle? Is he God's lonely man? Is he on a quest to change things?
I think he is. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's very similar, you know, and you know, there was kind of the taxi and Taxi Driver was kind of used as like, you know, the window through which he viewed the world, and it's kind of the mall in this movie is kind of the window through which I view the world, and it's kind of these like microcosms of society as a whole, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, definitely.
So the script, it seems like I read somewhere that it was a little hard to push the script through, and that you actually had to throw your weight around a little bit.
A little bit.
How was that? Like, you know, I know that Jody Hill, you guys were friends before this.
Yeah, exactly. So we were able to have the very, you know, candid conversation about like what type of movie do you want to make? What type of movie are they kind of trying to get you to make? And what's the discrepancy between those two? And, you know, to us, you know, we'd rather not make a movie than make a bad movie, you know? It's not like we just have to constantly be making movies. So we just basically went into the studio and said, if you want us to make this movie, then it has to be this version, and if it's not that version, then we're more than happy to just not make the movie. And they said, okay, we'll let you make that version. And that didn't necessarily mean that they would, you know, actually let us edit that version together and show that version to people, but they did ultimately, because it became clear as soon as they tried to change what the movie was, it just stopped working, you know?
Right.
It's not a movie that is halfway what it is. It's a movie that's very committed to what it is, and to futz with that is detrimental in a major way, and they understood that. So
even when you're playing a fringe character, though, you're still Seth Rogen. So do you think that having you in the lead role helped the studio through a little bit of that, so that they thought the audience would still like you? Or
yeah, well, I think definitely they thought, this, you know, well, it's a cheap movie for one. I mean, it's a $25 million movie, so to Warner Brothers, that's not a whole lot of money. I'm in it, so to them that insanely add some kind of cachet to it. So you kind of put those two things together, and you can get away with a lot more than, you know, you would normally be able to get away with.
So I'm a big Freaks and Geeks fan.
Thanks.
And I was watching the movie last night, and I was thinking to myself, maybe there's a possibility that Ken, if he grew up and remained as angry about his girlfriend having
a penis.
Yeah, then maybe he might turn out some like.
No, Jody pointed out today that he thought that was the closest character I've played to this, and he's right in a lot of ways. It's kind of very angry, small town guys who just know they're not viewed the way that they want to see themselves, you know. That's really I think that's a very strong, you know, feeling a lot of people have.
And also, you guys are doing Green Hornet.
Yep.
I heard that Michel Gondry is directing now.
He is.
And you've got Stephen Chow. Is that?
Probably.
And so when does that start? Is that soon?
It should start in July, or the end of June, beginning of July, around then.
Do you guys know what to expect from Michel Gondry as the vision he's kind of bringing to this? Yeah,
you know, I mean, we're working very closely with him on a daily basis when I'm not in Austin, and you know, he's super collaborative and just brilliant, you know, and has so many ideas, and is so anxious to show people things they've never seen before, which is something that we, in our writing try to do, but visually are completely incapable of. So it's exciting to have a guy like that to work with who can literally show people things they've never seen before. He's filmed a few fight scenes already just on his own, and he does things. You're just like, what are you doing? What am I looking at? How is that even possible? And he just does them so simply. It's exciting to think like, wow, you give that guy $100 million. Let's see, really see what he can do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's great to meet you. Thanks again.
Thanks you, man. Yeah.